It's been 3 years in the making. When Austin Dyer returned for the second time to coach the Lakeland women's volleyball program, he had dreams of making the Rustlers a national title contender. It appears this season could be that year. Lakeland will host nationals in March and currently sit 9th in the nation while boasting a 9-1 record. I catch up with the former ACAC Coach of the Year. I'm pleased to be joined by Austin Dyer, the Lakeland Rustlers women's volleyball coach, who's done a fantastic job thus far, 9-1 to start the season. This is a team that's really built a lot of momentum, especially learning that they're going to host nationals. You started last year, second half of the season, and it's continually climbed, and you haven't really peaked. It seems like you keep going.
Yeah, we've worked real hard, trying to improve and make sure that we're getting better as we're moving forward. Last year, first semester didn't go very well for us, and we had the bar set quite high, and had to deal with a few obstacles and whatnot. But in the second semester, we definitely came around and pulled things together and had a real good finish to last year, which led us straight into this season. We set the bar real high moving into this season because of the veteran prowess that we have on our team and the experience that we have. But I don't think anybody would have guessed that we would be where we're at right now, doing so well in this first semester.
You have ladies like Peggy Sommerfeld in her 5th year. You have Ashley Lang in her 4th year. Both have been fantastic for you. And then you have the addition of Erin McGlattery as well. How much has she been a part of this team, and how much she's kind of elevated the other ladies to play as well?
Yeah, Erin's had to deal with some injuries. She missed the first month or so because she dropped a weight on her foot and broke her toe. So it took her a bit to get back from that. And once she got going, she was definitely ready to go and made a big impact. And then as we got into league, she had some back problems as well, and so she was out for a little bit during our league play as well. But it didn't really matter. I think with the group that we have and the experience that they have, I think whether Erin was playing or not, just the veteran experience that she brings, whether she's on the floor or on the bench or not even training, just being around the girls and giving them everything that she has and the input that she can provide definitely helps our group and gives confidence to all the people around her. Ash has grown into an unbelievable player. She's right now definitely one of the best players in our league, if not the best. Her numbers so far this year have been really good. She's on pace to have one of the best seasons in our college's history, and definitely is right up there with the leaders in the country. So she's healthy, which is the biggest thing, and she's had some injury problems in the past as well. And now that she's been healthy the whole semester, she was definitely a force and did some great things. And with Peggy, she's solid. She has been since she came. She's got to start in the second semester of her first year when she came 5 years ago and hasn't left the floor since. You know what you're going to get from her, and she's definitely has the experience and has learned a lot of the skills and the cues that she needs to be successful. So even when she's having an off night, you still know she's going to do those little things right, which definitely sets her apart from most other middles in our league.
It seemed a little odd to find Grant McEwen high up on the list, ranked #1 for several weeks to start off the year in the country. You guys handled them easily here. You kind of split when you went to Edmonton to face Grant McEwen. But overall, if you look at it, you guys have vaulted into 9th in the country. Do you think that's a fair assessment for your team, or do you feel that you should be a little bit higher, or you're just right where you want to be?
Yeah, right now with our league, there's 4 teams at the top. And those top teams, only a couple of those teams have played each other, and so right now we're ranked 9th in the country, and I'm not too worried about those rankings. Those rankings don't matter a whole lot until the end, after our provincial championships are done, because then the top 8 rankings will decide who your matchups are at nationals. So when that time comes, and it's going to be extremely important to determine the route that we're going to be taking at nationals. And leading up to us being ranked 9th, even though we're first in our league and we beat Grant McEwen, who is, I believe, now moved down to 4th or 5th. I'm not going to be too offended by it. Traditionally, we haven't been a team that's been in the top 10 in the country, and so I think that's weighing a lot into it. Whereas Grant McEwen and Red Deer both traditionally have had strong programs and have been competing for our conference championship every year. And so that's fine by me if they're going to be ahead of us, because when it comes down to it in the end, hopefully we're going to be the ones on top.
And lastly, you just mentioned it, you're hosting nationals, have a chance for a title, and the second half of the season is going to be a little bit tougher for you, but what are you expecting? And I'm sure there's a lot of excitement too as well.
For sure, our second half schedule is definitely tougher. We're going to be playing Nate to start off the second semester, who is one of those teams in the top 4. We also go to Grand Prairie, and we play Kings, who is definitely a stronger team than they were last year. So those 3 weekends are going to be real big for us this next semester, and so hopefully our girls are going to come to play and use those as learning experiences, but as well as an opportunity to compete.
Austin, thank you for joining us. All right, to some local hockey. The Baker Hughes Bobcats are in Calgary for the Max AAA tournament. Cats fall again to Parati Chumutov of the Czech Republic. Bryce Woodward led the way for the Bobcats with a goal and an assist in the losing effort. They will now face the Moose Jaw Generals tomorrow night. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll have more news and weather coming up.